Hey, how you doing, folks? Welcome back to the Hey, How You Doing podcast, your favorite late-night thought experiment with a side of maple syrup and political chaos. Today's episode is a wild one. Alberta has voted to leave Canada and become its own independent country. I know, you probably thought it was just drunk talk at the Stampede, but it's official. Alberta is out. Now here's the kicker. Canada's not letting Alberta ship its oil across the country. And the US? They're saying, sorry bud, you're not joining us either, but we'll buy your oil for dirt cheap. So, what now? Can they even do that? Can we survive this? Let's set the scene. Alberta holds a referendum and over 50% vote to leave Canada. Emotions are high pride, frustration, and a whole lot of cowboy hats waving in the air. But just because Alberta wants to leave, doesn't mean Canada has to let it go smoothly.
We talk about Quebec separatism all the time, but Alberta leaving? That's uncharted territory. Technically, under Canadian law, there's no clear mechanism for a province to unilaterally secede. There would need to be negotiations, and those could get ugly.
Let's talk oil, Alberta's golden goose. Now imagine this. Alberta is landlocked. Canada says, no, you can't run pipelines through our land anymore. Can they do that? Is that even legal?
Yes, they can. Alberta no longer has the same internal trade rights. It becomes a foreign exporter trying to move oil through sovereign Canadian land, and that requires a deal. No deal, no flow. Same goes for the United States. If Alberta isn't a state or trade partner, it's subject to tariffs, sanctions, and restrictions.
So Alberta's boxed in. They've got oil, but no way to move it. The United States says, we'll take it off your hands, but not for full price. Is that fair?
In international trade, power lies with leverage. Alberta needs a buyer, and the United States has options. They can absolutely say, we'll pay less, or we won't buy it at all. Alberta, being desperate to sell, has little room to negotiate.
Let's be real, Alberta's got brains, brawn, and barrels of oil, but is that enough to survive as an independent country? So let's break it down. On the plus side, Alberta boasts an energy-rich economy, a young population, and a high GDP per capita. But there are some significant challenges too. Initially, there would be no international recognition. Border and trade issues could arise, plus there's a heavy dependency on resource exports. And let's not forget defense, currency, and banking systems would all need to be built from scratch. They'd have to form their own foreign policy, military, healthcare system, passport office, the whole 9 yards. Not impossible, but very, very expensive. We should have done this years ago. This is economic suicide. Make Alberta great again. I just want cheap gas again. Alberta's independence might feel like standing tall in cowboy boots, but the road ahead is more like trudging through an oil spill in flip-flops. Can Alberta survive? Maybe. But not without some bruises, backroom deals, and big-time innovation. And let's not forget, the world is watching. Will Alberta become the Texas of the North or the Venezuela of the prairies? That's it for today on Hey, How You Doing? Hit subscribe, send us your hot takes, and remember, if you're thinking of seceding, maybe check your pipeline access first. Till next time, stay curious, stay caffeinated, and keep asking, can they even do that?